Lee, Gil, and Beverley, everybody! Yay! Thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning, big day. Ready to go? Sweet. Yeah. Sweet. All right. So I guess I don't need a mic because I can just be loud. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. We're so happy to have you. On behalf of RigCon team and all the attendees, thank you so much. And I'm Liz. I meant this last night. So we know some of you are in the middle of con season, busy con season, starting it, ending it. Why do cons? Like, what do you guys love about it? What are your highlights?
Well, I mean, the fans make you in the business.
Yeah.
So the cons are important for me to, let the fans know that I appreciate them. I like to say, thanks to them, I live at the beach. But it's very important. I mean, acting is one of the only art forms where if someone's not watching you, you're not actually doing it. So they have an intrinsic responsibility in the artistic process, and obviously they pay for my good lifestyle. So you want to make sure always to be thankful to your fan. You have to respect your fan as an artist, especially as an actor. I don't know what you guys think, but that's how I do it.
You just tell, you say it for us, Eddie.
Yeah, babe.
Yeah, what he said is great.
Well, the thing is too with this show, I think the fans are a big part of the success of the show, right? So, I had lunch with a fan yesterday, and fantastic woman, and she just knew more about the show than I did.
Oh, totally.
Right? So I think that's also really important to let them know that, wow, your fandom, we appreciate you, So we're all connected, and plus it's fun, and they pay you, and sometimes you get to see the world. I mean, I'm a California kid, so this isn't a big schlep for me, but sometimes you'll get to do some traveling, which is also cool.
I'm still pretty new to it. I've learned a lot from what you just said was absolutely perfect, but there's really no downside to it for me. I mean, I feel really lucky to be here. I've only done a couple episodes of Once Upon a Time, not like these guys, so I feel very lucky and blessed to be included, and this is my second Once Upon a Time convention. I've done maybe 8 or 10 supernatural conventions in the past year, which has a huge fandom. So I kind of got thrown into that, but I feel really lucky to have been on 2 shows. Again, only 2 or 3 episodes on each show, but...
Dude, I made a career like that.
Kind of like...
I mean, because it doesn't fucking matter how many episodes. It's just a matter of you taking ownership. See, that's the whole thing. I've had to battle with that for many years being a character actor, right? Because it's oh, that's it? Well, yeah, they paid me for that. You know what I mean? And it's also hard to get that.
Right.
So I know that cause my Friends is a classic example of that, where literally I had fighting people on you, making change out of a thing. But that's a good credit for me, and I was there, and I had life experience. So for us as other actors, it doesn't matter. It's just that's just the role you have that time. Next time you're the star, and we come in and go, hey, Gil, thanks for having me on your show. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the nature of it. So.
Do you know what I love about these conventions and meeting the fans is they come and they tell you their stories. So it's made me have a greater appreciation. It's made me have a greater appreciation for what we're doing, because all the characters, particularly the women characters in the show, are strong and they're warriors and they're fighters. So it's not the fairy princess of years ago, find me a husband and I'll be fine. These are really strong women. So I have, maybe it's being a grandmother figure, but I have young girls coming up to me and just pouring their hearts out and telling me their stories and how this show has saved them, or how it got them through a really hard period, or how I used to, I won't share the details, but personal stories, and this show has empowered them, and that to me is amazing, because I never would have known that. I never would have known that. I would have thought it was sheer entertainment, but it's not only entertainment, it's actually helping a lot of people, and to me, that makes me just go, I'm here, to give me the time, I want to meet you guys and talk to you. So that was a real surprise.
Yeah, in addition to that, I mean, it's really fun to hear stories like that about people they get help and they find a community.
Totally.
And it's as much, I think, coming to these things is as much about seeing their friends, you know, and reconnecting with their friends as it is about, you know, getting an autograph or a picture or whatever. Yeah. But in addition to that, I mean, from my experience just in the past year and a half of doing this, like, these have helped me too.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally changed my life. In a lot of ways. I mean that. It's just been like a really unexpected, amazing thing, and yeah. So
I would say that too. I was very surprised. I didn't know what to expect. This is my 4th convention, and at first I thought, oh, I'll just be trying to remember everything that happened in the show because people are going to want to know details. There's a little bit of that, but it's mostly just making this show that's been so important in people's lives, making it real and tangible so they can come up and say hi. So that to me, yeah, and changed my life. I'm getting to travel around the world now as a character actor in Vancouver. I didn't really know that was going to happen in my 50s, so I'm so grateful that I get to do it and, you know, get to, you know, be a part of this culture that, once again, I didn't even know it was a culture. Fandom, all these words that I didn't even know what they meant, but it's fantastic. And Lee, you've been doing it for years, so.
I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but you know, it's interesting because all the fandoms are different. You know, they're all different, and each one is a little. You know, they have their own quirks and special energies.
Since this is a fandom, with the 3 of you, what are you fans of? What is your fandom?
Oh, if I was to go to a convention?
I like hot chicks and cars, baby.
I would go to Downton Abbey.
Nice.
Totally love it.
I wouldn't be caught dead.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be caught dead in a fandom. Like, I mean, honestly, and that's no offense, but it's just like, you know, like even the most. Because I treat the superstar like a regular person, and I treat the regular people like superstars. That's how I roll. So if I meet some VIP dude who thinks he's a badass, I'll be like, who gives a shit? I mean, you know, to me the garbage man's more important than the movie star. Because actors don't like to pick shit up. You know, so we have a dirty world.
Write that down, that's good.
You know, and like the school teachers, and the nurses, and the soldiers, and the guy, the tow truck driver, and the people that really like make the world go round, they're important. At the end of the day, when they need a good story to entertain them, right? Like there's this whole thing, I've just been reading this Mamet book called True and False. I don't know if you guys have ever read this book by David Mamet. But, I mean, Mamet, he says it like it is, you know, about actors. And he's just like, you know, there was a time when actors were burned at the stake because people were scared to death of like their characters they portrayed. So us just telling like a little story or whatever, I mean, we need to go back to that. Where actors literally like were burned alive because of the parts they played.
Okay, I disagree with that. I like my life.
No, but I'm just saying that we have it pretty good in this in this age of how powerful. This is my thing. There were no dogs or actors allowed for 1,000 years until the advent of movies and TV screen. Once that visual came out 100 and something years ago, all bets were off. Because now suddenly the power of the spoken word is conveyed so much more powerfully, right? So then, now we're the church. We are the church, entertainment, these actors, this celebrity, this cult of celebrity. That's why you have to deal with Kim Kardashian, these crazy ass shows, Bruce Jenner. Who gives a shit what Bruce Jenner's sex is? I believe he could do whatever he wants because we should be tolerant of everyone. Why is that a story? We have freedom to be free now. Shouldn't we care more about Greenland melting and the methane that's going to wipe out the whole world? Yeah, maybe we should, but let's worry about instead about like, oh, what's Kim and Kanye up to? So we need some. I vote for perspective. The fandom and the convention world allows for the passion to enjoy it, but then at the end of the day, let's go back and change the world. We're just doing a TV show here, folks. We're not changing the world. But what we can use our celebrity for is to get the word out there about positive change and messages. And that's where I think really this platform makes it cool, and our celebrity, if we use it for good and not just to like...
So what do you want to use your celebrity for? What message do you want out?
What message do I want out? Yeah, I'd like a message of tolerance and love of all people. I would say let's stop doing things that intentionally irritate other either religion or races of people. Let's come together, especially as artists, because we're unifying, we have the chance to unify, right? Let's tell stories of positivity instead of negativity. let's all realize that we all have a lot of anxiety in our lives, we all have a lot of stress in each other's lives. Look at the average person and say, hey, I know you're going through a battle because I go through a battle. So, hey, how's your day going? As opposed to like, because I'll tell you something, so people walk through life so consumed with themselves, right? Oh, and they think everyone's looking at them and knowing what they're up to, right? Really, that person doesn't care because she's worried about her own life. So we all just need to take a chill pill. So my message would be like, chill.
Universal chill.
Honestly, chill. Like, what's up? That Texas thing, it's really freaking me out. Like, we're going to go have a funny Muhammad drawing contest and not think someone's going to come shoot me up? I mean, come on, folks. That's a more important subject to me, you know? And also, I think, Lex and I'm a father. I think we got to clean the world a little bit. We got to, like, make a better place for our kids, you know?
Yeah. And make confidence too. That's also
I mean,
like just back to this show again.
I'm really thirsty.
So many young girls. So many just empowering young girls. Empowering young girls. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Empowering all children.
Yeah. Do you guys have another question? That was question 1. Look where we went with that.
Well, I mean, it's really great to hear you guys talking about this because once does become a family, and whether you're big role, small role, smaller, or been on for a few episodes, I think that once you're in, when you have this type of group of people, it's like you are a part of the family. And they instantly care because they are so emotionally invested, so inspired. So,
but it's a relationship too.
Part,
like
yeah.
the press, the media has been a big part of the success of the show. Obviously, our presence in social media has been a big part of it, and then our willingness to activate and engage the audience.
Definitely.
Speaking of social media, why don't you give everyone your Twitters?
I'm at Lee Arenberg, one word, super exciting.
At Gil McKinney with 1 L.
The dwarves made mine. Remember, like episode 2, I was with like 6 of you guys, and I didn't even know what Twitter was. And you have to have a Twitter account. And so mine is The Real Beverley, REEL Beverley.
Was there a fake Beverly?
There probably is now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I think I'm more real now than I was, so probably I was the fake Beverly.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll get to one last question because I know you guys have busy schedules for the weekend, but have you had a moment to look at the programming and what are you excited for this weekend?
Oh, you're at the show?
Yeah. At Regal.
Everything. You don't, listen, personally, I'm here because I want to be here. I don't come and do it if I'm not going to have fun, so I enjoyed the schmoozing. My favorite part is just meeting the people and, like Bev said, hearing their interesting stories. To me, they're more interesting than me. I mean,
God, yeah.
It's like, I always find that, I love to turn the tables on the fans and make it about them.
I always say, what do you do? What do you do for a living? And then all of a sudden, boom, the story comes out.
Yeah, it's like acting is, it's a stupid way to make a living. It really is, because you're basically living on, hope. I like actors are like dogs, hope you take me for a walk, hope you throw me a bone, and so when you get some success in it, I think the key is to enjoy it, and make sure I told myself this on the set of Pirates all the time, I'd ask the universe to give me that great role, and it came to be, and then here I am every day for 2 years working, and I just made sure to be thankful every day for what I had. And I think most people, the lesson I would say is like, don't ask the universe for a Mercedes, because God would be like, dude, you look so much better in a Jaguar. Ask for the chance to be able to do it. Yeah. Ask for the ability to manifest it. Be thankful for what you have and not what you don't have. And then I think that's what you get a lot from the fans, though, is that how excited they are to meet you, and even though you're just a normal dude like them.
Plus, then maybe the ball you guys are.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I was going to say I'm excited for tonight. I like to see all the cosplay that goes on.
Are you going to dress up?
No.
You gonna dance?
I might dance.
Yeah, we're gonna have a dance.
Yeah, I like seeing what everybody comes up with cosplay wise. That's always kind of fun, and like Lee said, just getting to interact with the fans is fun. Cocktail party last night. It's like, we're not required to stay that long or whatever, but like I don't know. All of a sudden I was hanging out, and just like Beverly was saying, just asking people about themselves, and it's actually quite fun. So I'm very happy to be here.
Me too. I can't believe some people have their costumes on already, like to spend that many hours in that much of a get-up. That's dedication. Get-up, that sounds awful. In that, you know, a piece of artwork. So I've seen, people were showing me pictures last night of what they're going to wear today. They've spent months making these costumes. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I mean, it is tough sometimes because, you know, we want to be supportive of everybody, but sometimes it's just like, oh my God, dude, really? You know? So that is, I mean, it's, no.
I'm supportive of everyone.
No,
I love his honesty.
Sometimes I'm just so impressed because, listen, I just don't have that much energy. You know, a lot of it, so it's amazing what they do, the creativity and thing. And the fact that they're so excited.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
I know.
So it's just, it doesn't happen to be my thing. But at the same time, it's an amazing thing that comes together.
But you see
the jaded actors with the, you know, the fans. You know, that makes it, they kind of come together. And by the end, you always make new friends and you have new contacts. I mean, your Facebook is full of people you meet at these shows over the years, you know.
Is there like a post-con high that you ride? Like, does it kind of re-inspire you a little bit? After wearing your pants?
I get a little depressed.
That's what I
when I go back to my reality
it's
and
more likely to be the
gives a shit.
post-con, you feel ill or something like that because you shook too many hands and didn't have enough Purell. But, because there is the con crud or whatever, they're always famous for that. Seriously, everyone's always at the end.
I love having, you know, how you just wake up and you go, now you're going here, and now you're going here, and you have, like, we have these fabulous handlers that look after us and bring us things. Like, that's the depressing part. You go home and go, oh, I have to make my own coffee. We're treated so well.
I actually go the opposite way, like, because I'm kind of a badass. Like, I live my life by myself. Like, so in a way, I don't want to be like that. To me, I find that almost to be like, that's somebody else, like somebody calling me Mr. Arenberg, like my dad's still around or something, you know? And it's like, so I don't see myself that way, and like sometimes you'll come to these shows and, you know, it's like, it's good to have that experience.
Oh, it's such a blessing.
Yeah, for a second, you know, because I know when I go home, I'm taking the trash out or whatever, I got dog poop to pick up. So, you know.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this morning and being here for the weekend.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys tonight or later.